So to prep a mica swirl, I put it in these containers. I have the lids to seal it, and I will reuse it because I do mica tops fairly regularly, so I go through it. Generally, I will take about a teaspoon of mica to fill this little condiment jar and a tablespoon of olive oil. And then I just mix them together, and then I will use the pipette. Normally, if you're going to do a normal mica swirl, you would just drizzle it. But I want to splatter this. It's a little bit different. I just eyeball the oil. Like I said, this is not a one and done. I'm making this and then I will use it on future batches. So what I'm going to do is just gently mix the mica into the oil. And I'll just keep mixing until it is all thoroughly and completely mixed in. Okay. This is some purple that I already had pre-mixed. You can see that the purple is settled to the bottom, which is fine. I will just mix it all back up. It will mix together and it will be good to go. I actually made that purple yesterday or the day before. I was using it for another batch of soap where I did a mica swirl. So again, this will hold up. If you don't think you're going to use this much, you can half it, you can quarter it. That's totally fine. I use it fairly regularly, so that's why I will just pre-make the batches, and then I have a little place I store them, and then I pull them out every time I use a mica top. Okay, so those are all mixed. What I'm going to do now is, if I were doing a normal mica swirl, I would pull the oil in to my pipette and then drizzle it all across the top. But I don't want to do that. I want to splatter. So I'm going to pull the mica in and then push it out. And now I'm going to basically squeeze the bulb really hard to create a splatter effect. And I will just repeat that. The more you push out of the bulb initially, the smaller your splatter. Like, I didn't push enough out, and so you see I have a larger splatter there. Let me zoom in. These will create, once the oil soaks in overnight, divots in the soap, and it's just a really cool effect. So I'll do that for the pink, and now I'm going to do the purple. You can do as much or as little as you want. You obviously want the spatter to stand out, so you don't want to overdo. And finally, I will do the blue. Again, I just squeeze out the excess so that it coats the inside of the pipette. And then squeeze. And I do repeat and refill the mica, or the pipette. A couple times usually. And there you have it, splatter top. You can see I have a couple big spots where I didn't quite drain it enough. That's okay. Oh, there's another one I just added. It's still cool. It will divot in and it just creates a really cool effect. I like it. So that's how you do a splatter top. Really simple, but cool results. Here is the top the next day. I don't know if you can see. So you see how that settled in. You can see the divots. It's bigger. It's easier to see with the bigger splatters. But this whole top kind of has, can you see that? Tilt it. Look at all the divots. The splatter just sinks in and creates a really cool look. So yeah, that's the result of a splatter top. Pretty simple to do. I think it's a really cool effect. So I'll cut the soap now and you'll have a fun top.